guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. For the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. For the old subscribers, thank you for being here. So if you're just watching this video and you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. I'm coming up with great content for you guys to enjoy. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to get jobs in communication. So in my previous video, I talked about the skills that you need to get a communication job today. To get a communication job today, in this video, I'm going to be talking about how to get a job in the communication industry. So let's get started. Now, the first thing you need to do is to decide what aspect of communication you want to play in, right? So there are different arms to communication. There is journalism, there is digital marketing, and digital marketing is very broad. So you have to decide, do you want to do social media? Do you want to do email marketing? Do you want to be an SEO expert? You have to decide that. So there is journalism, there's digital marketing, there's public relations, and that's where I am in. Then there is advertising, right? There is also foreign relations. So you need to be able to decide what aspect of communication you want to play in. When you're done deciding that, the next thing you need to do is to actually, or even before deciding that, I think it's very best to analyze your skills and see what aspect of this. If you're a creative, right, I think you can be in advertising, right? If you love writing, or if you're a creative writer, you can also play as a copywriter, whatever it is. Just decide on your skill set, and then you now decide what aspect of communication you want to play in. The next thing you also need to do, if you don't have the skill set, or if you want to also position yourself rightly, is to go for trainings, right? Look for courses online. What courses can you do? What trainings can you attend? What certifications can you get? Just to prove that, oh, you can do this thing. Not necessarily to prove, but to just show, in addition to your skill set, that I know how to do this, and I also have this certification to back my proof. So give me a test and I'll get it done. So you also need to check for trainings in that aspect. What trainings can you do? How can you improve on your skill? The third thing I think you need to also do to get a job in communication, right, is to, when you're settled on those two parts, right, is to practice. Right, it's not enough to just acquire this skill set or do these courses without necessarily putting them to use, right? The next thing you need to do is to practice, and this can come in different ways. Some people might not be able to get jobs immediately. Some people are lucky to get jobs immediately. But in practicing, right, you can actually create a platform for yourself, right? So if you want to focus on social media, right, how can you use your social media page to attract hirers or recruiters? How can you use your page? So I'll give you an example. I have a friend who works with an agency. I met him after he had left the agency to my agency. And then how did he get his job? Someone on a team actually reached out to him because he was doing a 30 days challenge, a 30 days copywriting challenge on social media, and then someone saw it and was wowed, and they reached out to him. He had an interview and then got the job. So how can you use your platform to actually attract recruiters, or attract talent, or attract whoever it is that you need to attract, right, to hire you, right? Also, I think that you can also apply for internships if you don't want to use your platform. If it's going to be very difficult, for example, if you are an SEO expert, or you are a PPC, whatever, you literally will need money, right, to practice some of these things. And if you cannot, or you feel like you don't have the money, then you can apply for an internship, right? Apply to some organizations. I know things are hard, we don't want to work for free, but just try to apply for an organization that, even if it's a little fund, even if it's a little amount of money, they can give to you, right? Or they can just support the ministry, that kind of thing. So I think that's the third or the fourth thing that you can do. Lastly, how can you get a communication job? Okay, before I forget, right, you can also practice, like you can have, why am I saying lots of like today? I don't know why. So you can also practice. In this case, you can open a WordPress blog, right? You don't have to pay for a domain. You can open a blog. If you love a particular, say for example, you want public relations, what can you, when you want to practice like public relations, what in public, or you want your niche, or you want to focus on public relations, what can you do right on your own? Like, which people can you write press releases for? How would you pitch to the media? Just certain things which you can practice on your own. I know it can be difficult, but that way you can learn and also fail, right? So that when the right opportunity comes, it meets you very, very prepared. Lastly, what I think you can do to get a job in communication is to build a portfolio. Now, everything that I've said in this video also ties to building a portfolio, because when you've done certain things, right, you can like put them together and say, oh, I've done this at this time, I did this at that time, I did this, and all of that. Another way that you can get a job in communication is to network. That is very important, because like when you go on LinkedIn and you type communication, you see people who are in different organizations, and who, some of them are head of their department, some of them are just team members. You can try to reach out to them and ask them, oh please, this, like, you can just introduce yourself, tell them your skill set, and just say, would you be able to help me in getting a job at your organization, right? Would you refer me to your HR or something? Just network. Now there's COVID-19, so you really cannot go for events, but you can use platforms like LinkedIn and even Twitter. People get jobs on Twitter. You can just use the hashtag on Twitter and type jobs, set the timing to set the location to Nigeria, set the timing to past 24 hours, and just try to see what communication jobs or what jobs are available that you can apply for. These are like very key ways that have worked. Another way, I think, like for me, when I started, I knew that, okay, I necessarily didn't know what I wanted to do in communication. That's a problem, because lots of people do not really know that there are different roles. And even in these agencies, for example, if you want to work in an agency, like there are different roles that you might have not heard before, right? You just might not even know. Like for example, if you don't know that you have a strength in strategy, right, you may just never apply for an account planner role in an agency, because you don't know that this role actually exists, right? And that's why it's good to connect with people in these places that you want to work in. It's very, very critical. Also, before I forget, I was trying to say that one way to land yourself an internship, right, is to, if you're in Nigeria, this is what you can do. You can just go on Google and check for agencies. That's if you want to work in an agency, and it's very advisable to work in an agency first, because it kind of gives you like a broader experience, because you work for different clients and you will try out different things, for these clients, so you're able to like really, really learn on the go. But this is what you can do if you're going to work in an agency. You can just type like the different agencies, like just search for agencies in Nigeria or agencies in Lagos, Nigeria, then check for their websites and look out for their career page, and then send your CV to them, write a nice cover letter and send to them. Also, you can look out for their CEOs on LinkedIn and just say, oh, shoot your shots, basically. Just say this is what you do, and that's then there are some that when you go for trainings, back to what I said before about trainings, they place you on internship. An example is O2 Academy, Orange Academy, I think it's Orange Academy or Orange something, Then if you do your masters in Pan Atlantic, you can actually like get internship opportunities. Sometimes you're lucky enough they can retain you. So this is basically practical steps I think you can take to get a job in the communication industry. But most importantly, define your strength, and that will help you know what aspect of communication you want to play in. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please do well to subscribe, do well to share with your friends, and please watch out for my next video. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.